So I was asked what are the qualities of a researcher when they go on the ground. Let me share 5 qualities with you of making our work more effective. The first quality is about being patient. So when we're on the ground, things don't work the way we want them to work. There's a lot of chaos, and sometimes people don't respond the way you want them to respond. So patience, having patience with the people we deal with, especially the rights holders. Sometimes they're not available, and we're in their space. So we have to be patient, and that leads me to the second quality, is about being respectful. When we go into a farm or a village or a factory, we're in somebody else's house, and giving them that respect and acknowledging them for who they are, makes a very big difference. So being respectful when we go and meet with rights holders is very, very important. The third is about empathy. We do work in some of the very difficult places in the world, in some very difficult situations, and we deal with people who are sometimes in suffering. And to have empathy, and to stand in people's shoes is an amazing quality. I think some people are God gifted, that they have it, and some people learn it with their experiences about empathy. When we meet people, we should leave them touched, moved, and inspired. They're already, facing a lot in their life. And to have empathy is very important when we do our field work. So that was 3. The fourth one is about being flexible, agile. When we do our field work, we carry a big process with us, we carry a big questionnaire with us. And sometimes things, don't go the way we expect them to be. Sometimes we have to think on our feet. We have to find a place to talk to people, and sometimes use formats not tried before. In my work, I've tried praying in places, I've danced with people, I've broken bread with people. We had a wonderful time, being in the field, being part of them, being flexible and flowing and malleable, when you're there on the ground, goes a long, long way. The fifth quality one should have is going the extra mile. I know when we are in the field, we have a task to do, but sometimes, it is a once in a lifetime opportunity, to be amongst people. When I go in the field and I speak to 200, 300 people at the same time, it does something to me. I come back home as a different human being. I come home as somebody who's seen humanity in its true form. And I think going the extra mile is that part of our work. We have a process and task to deliver, but how can we feel that humanity and make the most of it when we're there in the field? So those were my 5 qualities a researcher should have. I'm sure there are many, and others will share as well. The other question was, what should the consultants prepare them with when they go to the field? I would say if you're doing work in the Indian subcontinent, stay hydrated. It gets very hot here. So stay hydrated. Drink enough water when you're on the field and you're preparing for the field. When I go to the field, I also use spirituality. I pray. I get into a space where I'm able to connect to people, where I'm able to see humanity in its truest form. So I pray, I meditate, I prepare my mind. And I think it's an amazing preparation for a field researcher. Yeah, I never forget to carry my phone charger, my other equipment, taking pictures. You have to take a lot of pictures on the ground when you're there. So being prepared for that is super important. But I think just being prepared to walk a lot. It's like sometimes I go with researchers, their footwear is not is not adequate. There's a lot of walking which happens when you go in the field. Having adequate footwear, sometimes clothing. I wear a turban if you see. Sometimes I wear a white turban when I'm in a hot place, so that I could manage the heat around. And just being prepared for it, I think makes a very big difference. And I think the best thing you can prepare yourself before going to a field visit is to prepare yourself to have fun. Have good fun. Because I know there are sometimes difficult places, difficult situations, but just having fun. And I think makes all the difference for us as an organization. When we love doing what we do, We have fun in what we do. We leave people touched, moved, and inspired. It makes us who we are.